Hey everyone and new viewers, this is Pete's Deveets back with a brand new video. Today's video is going to be about what characters I want to see for the brand new fighting game that just came out recently called MultiVersus. Now, I've been playing the open beta since it released officially on July 26th, I think? I don't know. But anyways, I've been playing that open beta since it released, and I've been really enjoying the game so much, and I've been trying to unlock all the characters. It's a bit of a tough thing to do right now in the game because it's a little grindy, like the coins, it's been hard trying to collect currency for all the characters, so I only have 10 characters so far out of the 17 that's released. The point being is, I've been really having a great time playing this game with my friends and unlocking the characters and leveling them up, and I just had a video idea happen while I was playing, where I was like, I haven't done one of these kind of videos before, but what if I did a video about what characters I would like to see from MultiVersus and how they would work, essentially. So, without further ado, I'm going to stop yapping now, because I know a lot of you just want to hear me get straight to the point. So, without further ado, let's get to the first character. Okay, so my first character is going to be from the DC universe. I have about 4 characters on my wish list from the DC universe, so we're just going to focus on DC right now before we go explore other universes and other characters. The first character on my list is the Flash. The Flash is one of the core members of the Justice League. Obviously, everybody would want the Flash, right? You got Superman, you got Batman, you got Wonder Woman, but Flash is not there, and some other core members of the Justice League are not there. I'm sure most of those characters will be added over time, but again, this is not a DC-centric game, so I wouldn't expect these characters to come anytime soon, but they can happen, and the door is open. At least 3 inches, Stranger Things reference. Now, the Flash has a lot of great source material that Player First Games can pull from. There's the comics, there's the CW show, all of which display the Flash's powers numerous times and even show him using new ways to use his powers. So there's a lot you can do with the Flash. So there's a couple of things that the Flash can do that can be incorporated into his moveset, such as phasing, so maybe you could phase through opponents, objects, whatnot. For dodging, you can do that as well, or you can do him speeding across the stage, so that way, again, the opponent can't touch him. And then, of course, there's, the wind funnels, or, the tornado thing that he does when he rotates his arms. And he can even slow down time. So it could be like a charge up ability where he slows down time and basically just hits all the opponents as they're standing still. And then when flash time is over, the opponents go flying wherever they go flying to. So that's some of the things that you can do for the Flash. And one more important thing. You can even go ahead and add the lightning throw. So, that could be like a charge-up move where the Flash can, use the lightning throw as, a projectile or something. So he can also be a long-range character. Now, another character from the DC universe that I have on my list is another core founding member of the Justice League, and that is Green Lantern. Now, with Green Lantern, you can have a lot of fun possibilities with both gameplay mechanics and variations for the characters, such as skins and whatnot. So with Green Lantern, obviously he has to fly like Superman, so that could be incorporated into his mechanics. But there's also one very important thing that Green Lantern has that opens an endless amount of possibilities for Green Lantern's moveset, and that's his ring. With that ring, he summons a bunch of energy constructs of all these different things, such as tanks, rockets, robots, whatever, chainsaws. So Green Lantern alone can have an endless amount of creative possibilities for his mechanics, his moveset, his fighting style. So that is one reason why I really want Green Lantern. Besides him being a Justice League member and a core founding member, the mechanics alone would be so good for this game and so unique for this character. To add on to that, you have skin variations. Now, you notice how Jake and Shaggy, they have skin variants with different voice actors? Well, guess what? Green Lantern can have that too. He can have Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, whoever Green Lantern is your favorite, they can be added over time as skin variations for Green Lantern. So that way, you get a chance to play your favorite Green Lantern. Green Lantern should definitely be in MultiVersus for those two reasons alone, the mechanics and the skin variations. The third character I really want to see make it into MultiVersus from the DC Universe is actually one of my favorite characters of all time in the DC Universe, and that is Blue Beetle Jaime Reyes. Now, the reason why I really want Blue Beetle Jaime Reyes, besides him being my favorite DC Universe character of all time, is because he also has an endless amount of cool gameplay mechanics that can be added to MultiVersus, such as, shapeshifting, and using his suit to create all these different types of stuff, like energy cannons, swords, shields, grappling hooks, claws, blade, sharp items, and all that. So Blue Beetle alone has like a lot of cool different weapons that he can summon, just like Green Lantern in his own way. So, and also his movie is coming out next year, so that would be a great way to kind of have like a Blue Beetle movie promotion going on in MultiVersus. Have the movie and his character release happening at the same time. That will generate a lot of people playing, for sure, wanting to play Blue Beetle after going to see the movie. So again, I really would love to see Blue Beetle Jaime Reyes make it in. The final character on my wish list for MultiVersus that's from DC Universe is Robin, Batman's sidekick. Now, I don't really have a specific version of Robin that I want, but if I had to choose any, it would have to be Dick Grayson, because going into what I said before about skin variants, if you have Robin Dick Grayson, you can have a Nightwing skin variant, or you could do it the other way around. Nightwing as a default character and then give him a Robin skin variant. So that could work too. Then for his moveset, obviously you give him gadgets, a grappling hook, make his fighting style different from Batman's, but most importantly, just, give him like the bow staff or, the skirmish sticks, whatever you think is best. But I would really like to see either Robin or Nightwing make it in. It could be either way. Now, moving away from the DC Universe, we're now going to dive into the monsterverse. So we're going to talk about two characters that I really want to see join the game and talk about how they could work. So the first character is Godzilla. Now keep in mind, these two characters that I'm talking about are going to be like Iron Giant. They're going to be tank-based characters, so a part of that classification. So Godzilla, he obviously should use the atomic breath. He can stomp on players, maybe unleash a short-range pulse. I don't know. It doesn't have to be nuclear, because that would eviscerate, the opponents. I mean, unless they want to go that route, but, that's there. But I would definitely use the atomic breath. And, of course, since Iron Giant is in the game, having characters like Godzilla is a possibility. So why not? The second character from the MonsterVerse that I really want to see is Kong. Now, Kong, from the Godzilla vs. Kong movie that came out in 2021, he had the axe. So I think having that axe be a part of his moveset is something to consider. So I would really like to see him use the axe, the battle axe. But he can also use boulders, maybe stomp on the ground and grab a rock or something and throw it at opponents. That's something that Kong can do. He could be more agile, moving around the stage than Godzilla is, and, maybe jump further than Godzilla, of course. So there's a lot of possibilities for the both of those characters. And again, Kong would be a tank class character. On the topic of big tank characters, big giant class tank characters, there's a character from Ghostbusters that I really want to see be added as another giant playable character, and that is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Now, you could do a lot of funny stuff with that character. Obviously, maybe you can have a bunch of marshmallows being thrown at opponents. That'd be hilarious. And maybe as a skin variation, you can have the all toasty version of Stay Puft, where he's all burnt and everything. That's another idea too. You can even have flaming marshmallows be thrown at people. So I don't really know what much to say for Stay Puft in terms of his gameplay mechanics, but those are just some ideas. But I really would like to see Stay Puft be added from Ghostbusters. And speaking of a Ghostbusters character, another one I would like to see is Slimer. For Slimer's moveset, you could probably have him going through people and getting them all slimed up and everything, and maybe that somehow gives them damage, because, you know, it's harmful to them if they get the slime on them. I don't know, that's something you could do. Slimer isn't really a character I've been thinking much about in terms of gameplay mechanics. I've been having trouble thinking about it, but I just think it's another fun character to add. And, you know, maybe even for different skins that you can add for Slimer, you know, you can have him with different looks, different colors. So I want Slimer. Stay Puft and Slimer are my two favorite Ghostbusters characters, so I really would like to see them both. The next two characters that I'm going to talk about are from one of my favorite movie franchises of all time, and that is Back to the Future. And the two characters from Back to the Future that I want to see, well, you probably know who I'm going to mention. It's Marty McFly and Doc Brown. Dr. Emmett Brown. For Marty, you can have a traversal moveset with the hoverboard. You can have, you know, with Doc Brown, you could probably have him call in the DeLorean and ram somebody. I don't know. These are just some fun ideas. A lot of these characters, you know, are not really like combatants. But since MultiVersus is a game that brings all these different franchises and universes together, and a good reference for most of the characters that I want on my list is actually Lego Dimensions. So a lot of these characters on my list are also in Lego Dimensions. So I really, you know, pulled a couple of characters from that. But, you know, back to the moveset, though, I think there's a lot of fun possibilities that you can use from the 3 movies in Back to the Future. And, of course, there's a lot of cool different skin alternate costumes that you can have for Marty and Doc Brown, like their Wild West attires and, you know, their futuristic looks. So, you know, there's so much you can do for Marty and Doc Brown. Another iconic duo, but in cartoon form, is from a show called The Regular Show, and that is Mordecai and Rigby. These two, even the director of the game himself says he's going to really push hard to get these two characters. Tony, shout out to you. I really hope we can get these two characters in the game. You have all the different episodes to really use for gaining, you know, some inspiration for Mordecai and Rigby's moveset. I've seen some other people talk about how much they really want Mordecai and Rigby, and they would consider those two characters as a bruiser type of fighters. And I agree with that, because we see them in a bunch of episodes punching each other, and I would agree. They would have to be bruisers. They would have to be bruisers. Maybe they can use like lamps from, you know, the park house or something as like a melee weapon, or some, you know, items that they own, like a game controller, or, you know, there's a lot of creative possibilities you can do for Mordecai and Rigby. And of course, there's a ton of outfits that you can have them wear as alternate skins. Now, there's a character from a movie that was released a long time ago in 1982 that's from Steven Spielberg that I really would like to see in this game. And this is another character that I pulled from Lego Dimensions as well, but I also love this movie as well. And that is E.T., the extraterrestrial alien. Now, I don't really see E.T. being a brawler type, but, I mean, there's probably some things you can do for E.T., but one of the most important gameplay mechanics I kind of see with E.T., though, is the healing touch ability. Because in the movie, E.T. can heal with the touch of his finger. So what if you incorporated that into his moveset, where he can heal fellow teammates in the battle, during the battle? I think that's a really cool idea. So I really would like to see E.T. Also because it's another iconic franchise, another iconic movie, and another iconic universe to add into the roster. The next character up on my list is from Pink Panther, and that's obviously, well, Pink Panther. He has the ability to shapeshift, and, you know, maybe he can be a detective, you know, have a detective outfit. He does have super speed, so not as fast as the Flash, but you can give him super speed, maybe make him a little fast, and especially with up-close attacks, maybe make him a little fast. And as I said before, he actually blends in with his surroundings. He could shapeshift, so maybe you could do that a little bit in his moveset. I don't know. I just want to really see him because I love the Pink Panther franchise. I've done a fan film of Pink Panther. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But yeah, Pink Panther. Now, this next character is a really important one. There's a few important characters on this list. This one is a really meaningful one to me that I would really love to see make it into this game, and that's Popeye. The reason why I want Popeye so much, Popeye the Sailor Man, not Popeye from Blood In and Blood Out, although you can add him too, but Popeye the Sailor Man is because Popeye the Sailor Man is one of those meaningful characters to me because me and my family love this character. We love the show. We love the movie with Robin Williams. Me and my grandpa always love talking about Popeye the Sailor Man. So this one is a very crucial one. And for his moveset, you can incorporate the spinach, because Popeye is strong to the finish because he eats his spinach. So you can have that as like a meter where like as he eats more spinach, he becomes more stronger. Or you can have him have a charge up attack where he rotates his fist. And as he's rotating it, and the longer you charge it, the heavier the damage the blow would be from Popeye's fist to the opponent. If you look at Popeye, he has hysterical strength, so he could be a brawler class character. And the stage can be whatever they choose to add for Popeye. I don't really have a specific stage. Add something from the show, that's all I can say. And the styles, there's a lot of opportunities again with that. And so Popeye is one of those meaningful characters again that I would really like to see be added to MultiVersus. Now this next character, some of you are about to say, well, this guy's already in Smash, why would you want him in MultiVersus? If you want to play Megaman in a crossover fighting game, just play, I let the cat out of the bag with that one. Yes, I want Megaman in MultiVersus. Yes, I know he's in Smash Bros, but the reason why I want Mega Man again is because maybe they could do a different version of Mega Man, do a different move set. He's my favorite video game character of all time. So, this is just a fun thing I wanted to add, to the list. It's not really important if Mega Man's not in the game. He is in Smash Brothers, so I'm covered there, but I don't know. I just want to see Mega Man in the game too. I want to see him make it into MultiVersus. Why not, right? Now we're on our second to last character on the list. And that is Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. Now, Dexter is a boy genius, just like Jimmy Neutron, but he's a boy genius with his own secret laboratory, and his intelligence makes him the brains of the family. So, he's one of the greatest inventors in his universe. So, he can maybe invent stuff on the spot as his moveset, use his cool, unique inventions as a part of his moveset. He can have a projectile item that he can use. He's an inventor, so, incorporate inventions into his moveset. But Dexter is one I would like to see, especially from the Cartoon Network side of things. Well, everybody, it looks like we reached our final character of this wishlist video for MultiVersus. And without further ado, let's get into it. So this character is another meaningful one to me because I particularly grew up with this character through my childhood, and that's Ben 10. He is one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time, if not the most favorite cartoon character I have of all time. And Ben 10, I really want him again because, well, he is possible. He's a Cartoon Network character, and, this game is featuring characters from Cartoon Network, but also Ben 10 has a wide variety of choices for his moveset and different character alternate styles. So for his moveset, a good reference would to go back and look at how he fought in Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion. I remember Ben 10 was in that game, both the older Ben 10 and the younger Ben 10. I don't really have a preference on which version of Ben 10 I really want to see. If anything, it has to be the original classic one. I wouldn't mind the new one. It seems like a lot of stuff like Minecraft, whenever they had a crossover with Ben 10, Brawlhalla had Ben 10. It was always the new version of Ben 10, the reboot version. I wouldn't mind that either, but if I had to be specific, it would have to be the original Ben 10. And I think a lot of people would agree with me too. That would be the version that they would want to see the most. And then maybe, of course, you have the Omniverse version, you have the Alien Force version, you have the Ultimate Alien version. So there's a lot of Ben 10 source material to look at, and especially tons of aliens to incorporate into his moveset. That's if you're going to include them in his moveset. They can be their own characters on their own too, the aliens, but I mean, if you want to do something different and have him transform from alien to alien or back to his human form, and creates a really unique gameplay mechanic and style for this game specifically, I think that would be great. But yeah, Ben 10 has a lot of great possibilities, and he's definitely a character to consider for this game, and I really hope, just like Popeye, and just like Blue Beetle, and just like Megaman and whatnot, that he makes it into this game. To conclude, this wraps up my personal wish list for characters I would like to see enter the game of MultiVersus. I just want to thank everybody for watching this video today, and hopefully Player First Games saw this too, and Tony the game director, I don't know, fingers crossed. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, speaking of comments, if you have characters that you would like to see enter the game that isn't on this list, let me know. Maybe talk about what movesets they can have, and we can have great conversations together in the comments section. Or maybe you agree with the characters that I have and want to add something more that I didn't cover for the movesets. Let me know. I'm all ears. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good day.